So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan, back at it again. So continuing our series, and I'm taking the challenge. So I told you how to run club game and club strip game. So now I'll tell you how to do day game. Okay? So number one rule of day game is make sure you have a job. If you're out running around talking to chicks all day and ain't working, you're not going to be able to do anything with the girls anyways. You know, how are you going to take them out on a date with no money? Or where are you going to take them if you're still living with your mama at her house? So that's number one. Number two, clothing, right? So for day game, clothing is key too. If you're on a weekend, if it's a weekend, you can dress a little more casual, a little bit more street clothes, whatever. Urban camo, you know, if you want to. Because, you know, it's a weekend. Most people have the weekends off, so nobody's tripping. If it's a weekday, then you have to kind of up your clothing game a little bit. So I would say dress like you have a job. Dress like you have a job. And you work. And what I mean by that is, you know, take some time, just put on some collared shirts. I know a lot of men don't like wearing collared shirts now, but collared shirts show that you work somewhere where you know, make some money. So wear collared shirts. Sometimes, you know, wear the nice dark jeans that you would wear to a club because it's more presentable than some faded wash jeans or some jeans with cuts in it. So it'll look more like you're about business, you got something going for you. Also, sometimes you should wear khakis or black pants. If you could put the outfit together with a nice collared shirt or a nice polo, that's cool. Sometimes when I was running day game, I would tuck in my shirt because having a tucked in shirt looks like you work somewhere where they're taking you serious, where you're a leader or something. So tuck in your shirt. It may look dorky, but that's gonna make the difference between a girl being like, oh, this is some, you know, street guy who just runs street game all day, to, oh, he's the manager of somewhere and he's just on his break going to Starbucks and saw me and said, what's up? You know, so that'll make a lot of difference when you're doing that. Okay? The third thing, I think it's the third thing. The third thing you want to do is just scope out places. Try to do a little bit of recon to the places that you're going, and that's very important to do recon. And the reason is that if you don't do recon, right, a lot of times you'll end up, if you just go in there and think you're gonna run street game, a lot of times you're gonna catch some snags and be embarrassed. Like for instance, there's neighborhoods where, you know, it may look like it's full of girls, but they're all high school. They're all coming from school or whatever. You don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't know that if you're just not paying attention and just like, oh, this area has a lot of girls. You know, you got to wait for a minute. Same thing with college girls. A lot of times they're a little more protected because people always try to play Captain Save-A-Ho with the college girls. Oh, she's a cute, innocent college girl. I don't want nothing to happen to her, so I'll protect her. You know, something like that. They always do that with the college girls. So if it's full of college girls, then sometimes you're screwed. There's a lot of different things, but ultimately, those are some big ones. So that's that. You know, other times you may, you know, walk into a Jewish neighborhood and you don't know any better. So you just do your recon so you don't have to waste time. That's always good. Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
So I'm at Walgreens right now, y'all. So hold on.
Do you have a walking shirt?
Yes, I do, sir.
You want to put these in a separate bag, please, so you both the
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so that'll be 270.
Yeah, I just put the card in.
You're good to go.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that. I had to go buy something. But so that's what you need to know before you even go out like that. Next thing, once you did your recon, you know a certain place that you can handle where you know the girls are receptive or something. After that, what you have to do is just figure out what's going on in that area and figure out your blenders, right? So a blender is something that you do or something that makes you look busy or like you're up to something and it doesn't look like you've been outside hitting on girls all day. I'm sorry for the distractions today. So one thing my friend used to do, he used to walk around with a backpack and girls would always assume he's a student because, you know, students have backpacks. And that's a good blender. You know, that's a really good blender. Other than that, if you're out like in a shopping district, you can always go to, you know, Walgreens, pick up some deodorant or a toothbrush or something because we always need that. And then just hold a bag in your hand, you know. If you're at the mall, you know, go get some food. They always have cheap food. And then just walk around with holding the bag, something like that. Like just blenders. Yeah, stuff like that. And then when you see girls on the street, there's two approaches I always did. So number one is ORC, Object Recognition and Compliment, ORC, Object Recognition and Compliment, ORC. It's like the little ugly things from Lord of the Rings. So, hey, that's a cool iPhone case. Where'd you get it? Hey, those are cool shoes. Hey, I like your tattoos. Hey, that's a crazy hairstyle. It reminds me of this, that, and the other. You know, something like that. Remember, if you talk about anything feminine, like purses or anything, make sure you tell them I'm trying to hook up my mom or my sister for Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day, whatever. Don't do no work on no feminine products or a feminine article and then keep talking about it. You'll come off gay. So that's a big thing you have to do. The next thing, or another opener I like to use is the extraction opener, where you ask people where things are. Like I asked about directions before, so that's a good one. You can ask, like I'm a dancer, so I go into the park and be like, excuse me, you seen where all the dancers are? And then a lot of times with orcs, I try to add something to entice them, like, oh, I want to practice before I go to this salsa class. Oh, I'm trying to do this before I go here. I'm trying to do that before I go there. You know, something cool to entice them, make them think you're really cool. You know, something like that. And that's that. And then after that, you just do your jump points. Like if you were talking about, you know, iPhone, you know, this, that, and the other, and girl has tattoos, that's a jump point. You know, I can't think of any other jump points right now, but if she says I'm not from around here, that's a jump point to ask her about where she's from. You have to just pay attention to those jump points. And like I said, if a girl gives you a quick answer, she wants you to leave. If she's slow talking and seems like she wants to have a longer conversation, then you stay. And you can tell because she's gonna think about the answer she's giving you, and she's gonna have a lot more thought into what she's saying. So that's it on Street Game. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, I'll get back to you. All right, I'm out, y'all. Peace.